What's up, gamers? This is Proto, and welcome to another episode of Like or Dislike, where I look at some of the latest games that came out. I give you my thoughts about it after putting my hands on the game, give you a little bit of the backstory while showing you some gameplay all at the same time. And today we're looking at Jedi Fallen Order. So, the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is a mix of a third-person action-adventure, puzzle-solving, somewhat open-world game where melee attacks and parrying is the main way that you fight. The fighting style of this game is close to Dark Souls and Darksiders games, where you have to avoid hits, parry your enemies' attacks to get an opening to attack them, and you have to attack quick and then back away until you have another opening. So if you don't like those styles of games, if you don't like the Dark Souls, Darksiders styles of games, you probably might not like this one. You definitely won't like the combat of this one. Now, this game takes place a few years after Order 66 was initiated, and most of the Jedi have been killed off. You play as a young Padawan that avoided the kill order and is in hiding until you save a close friend using your force powers and are discovered. Another former Jedi saves you and wants to try to restore the Jedi Council and help fight the Empire from taking over the galaxy. So you guys travel the universe to different worlds that you can explore at your own pace. There are different paths and ways that you can traverse these worlds based on the powers that you have available at the moment. Now, exploring is highly recommended because you'll find a lot of customizable items for you, your droid, your ship, and even materials to customize your lightsaber. So definitely take the time to look at different ways on your map, go off the beaten path because it is definitely worth it. Now, you can customize your lightsaber with materials that you find in the world to give it its own unique look. And I thought that was pretty cool. You can basically customize it based on the materials you have to have it look a certain way with the color, the finish, the handling, all that. So I thought that was pretty cool. The emphasis of the combat in this game is a Dark Souls and Darksider style combat, where you have to block, evade, and parry in to find the right opening to attack. Both you and your enemies have a block bar, and when their bar is drained, you can use finishing moves to take them down. And if yours is depleted, you will take more damage. Now, you have a variety of enemies that you can fight, as well as wildlife that will work together to take you down, with some enemies being much stronger, quicker, and with their own way of fighting. So you'll have to learn their fighting styles and find the best way to take them down. There are a lot of puzzles in this game, so definitely be prepared for that. Some can be very simple to solve, and some might actually take you going to go search in the internet or watching a video to find out how to solve the puzzles. There's a decent amount of puzzles that I've came across that really made me just sit back and think about like how to solve these puzzles. But that changed up things along the game, so not too much of a big deal to me. Now, the controls aren't the best design for this game. I dealt with a delay response and button pushing when doing specific timing events, and sometimes when enemies put you in the corner and they start attacking you and you can't block or evade when you're trying to. So definitely look forward to that. Like I said, the controls are not the best in this game. Hopefully they do an update and fix them. You don't have to fight every enemy you see, and you can avoid some to save resources to heal. And sometimes that comes in handy. Sometimes you just don't want to fight an enemy, you just want to get past them, and you got that option to do that. Now, when you get to a save point, you can restore your health and items that you use to heal yourself. But when you do that, it responds to all the enemies you have defeated. So keep that in mind. Try to use a respawn point where there aren't a lot of enemies around, or not a lot of big enemies that you have to deal with. Also in the save point, you can upgrade your abilities from lightsaber combat, force abilities, and survival abilities too. Now, you earn these skills to unlock by defeating enemies, solving puzzles, and scanning areas of interest in the world. If you're defeated before you can use your skill points you've earned, you can get it all back by attacking the same enemy that defeated you. You don't have to kill them, but just hit them, which I really like. I really thought I was gonna have to like take this enemy down, but all you really gotta do is just get one hit off of them, and you get all your skill points that you earn back, your force abilities maximized, and all that. So find that one enemy. If you really ain't gotta take them down, just hit them and take off running. Now, graphic wise, the game is nicely detailed and colorful. The animations in the cutscenes was done very well, and the lip syncing appears to be very on point. Now, you can tell that the cutscenes are a little more detailed than the actual game, but not that much big of a difference that it would just be like, oh wow, why can't the rest of the game look like this? But all this gameplay you guys have seen was captured off of Xbox One X. And that's pretty much the review. Now, with that said, let's jump into the pros versus the cons. And starting off with the pros, the first one we're going to look at is the lightsaber battling. I can say that lightsaber fighting in this game is fun, from deflecting laser blasters back to your enemy to doing the melee combat with them and having fun with it. It feels fun to have a lightsaber, along with customizing it to have it look how you want to. Definitely a big plus in my book. The next part we're gonna look at is different ways to play. Usually in games like this, you only have one path that you can take or a certain way you have to go, and I kind of like it. Like, they completely understand that you're not going to have all the abilities unlocked in the beginning, so you have different ways to traverse the world to get to where you need to go to. And when you get more abilities, you can come back and go the other ways you want to save time, because once you come through them, you actually create shortcut points so you don't have to go the long route again. A thing I really like. And the last part we're gonna look at is the finishing moves. I thought the finishing moves after you take when you get ready to take an enemy down, after you knock down that block bar, is very nice. I never got tired of watching the finishing moves, and you can tell that some finishing moves are set for specific creatures, specific enemies, but I still never got tired of watching them. So another big point for me on that. So with the pros done, let's take a look at the cons. So the first con we're gonna look at is the controls. The controls for this game are not the best. You will get upset behind them. I have got upset behind them, especially with my timing events and my buttons not responding like they're supposed to. So keep that in mind. The next con we're gonna look at is the NPC cornering, and that's basically when the NPC gets you into a corner and you can't block them, you can't parry them to get out, and it's like you trying to avoid them and they keep pushing you in the corner and they just wailing on you. I dealt with that several times and I was just like, what the crap. Hopefully that gets fixed soon. And the last con we're going to look at is the respawn enemies. I personally thought that was really dumb, really stupid. Why respawn my enemies when I restore my health and everything? Because granted, you know, you might deal with some small enemies, but if you got bigger enemies that you have to go back through and deal with, now you got to fight them all over again or try to avoid them. And you might lose some health just trying to avoid them. So that was definitely a con for me. But that's pretty much the pros and cons. Overall, with the cons in there, I'm still enjoying the game, but I can definitely tell you, if you don't like this style of fighting, if you don't like this melee style of fighting, if you can't deal with the controls, if you don't like the respawn enemies, this game ain't for you. And I'm not gonna lie to you. But if you can get past that, you'll like the game. Now, it's not gonna be like the most diverse world. It's not gonna have like a really deep, rich storyline, but it'll get you through for a Star Wars game. But that's pretty much the review. Let me know how you guys feel about it. If you guys enjoyed the review, you can drop a like. Let me know you guys enjoy reviews like this, and I'll work on reviewing more games. And if there's a certain game that you want me to review, just hit me up and let me know. And if I can try to get a copy, I'll do a review on it. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I talk about stuff going on in the gaming and tech world. I do reviews on some of the latest games and tech that's out. I do a top 10 of new games come out every month and so much more. Make sure to follow social media pages so you can keep up to date with what's going on, or if you want to reach out to me. I love talking about gaming, so don't be afraid to hit me up. Catch me streaming on Twitch playing indie, PC, and console games. So hit me up in the chat while I'm gaming, and make sure to hit that follow button. But this is Proto, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.